IATA, passengers confident in onboard safety, support mask wearing. Most air travelers are confident about the safety of air travel and support mask wearing in the near term. 85% of passengers believe aircraft are thoroughly cleaned and disinfected. 65% of passengers agree the air on an aircraft is as clean as an operating room. 89% of passengers believe protective measures are well implemented. The International Air Transport Association (IATA) reported that based on its latest passenger survey conducted in June, most air travelers are confident about the safety of air travel and support mask wearing in the near term. However, a majority are also frustrated with the hassle factor around COVID-19 protocols, including confusion and uncertainty about travel rules, testing requirements, and excessive test costs. The survey of 4,700 travelers in 11 markets around the world shows that 85% believe aircraft are thoroughly cleaned and disinfected. 65% agree the air on an aircraft is as clean as an operating room. Among those who have traveled since June 2020, 86% felt safe on board owing to COVID-19 measures. 89% believe protective measures are well implemented. 90% believe airline personnel do a good job of enforcing the measures. Passengers strongly support mask wearing onboard 83% and strict enforcement of mask rules 86%, but a majority also believe the mask requirement should be ended as soon as possible. Air travelers recognize and value the safety measures put in place to minimize the risk of COVID-19 transmission during air travel. And they support the continuation of these measures as long as necessary, but they also don't want the measures to become permanent. In the meantime, we all need to respect the rules and the safety of fellow passengers. It is unacceptable that unruly passenger incidents have doubled compared to 2019, and the increase in physically abusive behavior is a particular cause for great concern, said Willie Walsh, IATA's Director General. At the same time, participants admit that they struggle with the COVID-related rules and requirements and that this impacts their willingness to travel. 70% thought the rules and the accompanying paperwork were a challenge to understand. 67% saw arranging testing as a hassle. 89% agreed governments must standardize vaccinations, testing certifications. These responses should be a wake-up call to governments that they need to do a better job of preparing for a restart. Almost two-thirds of respondents plan to resume travel within a few months of the pandemic being contained and borders opened. And by the 6-month mark almost 85% expect to be back to travel. To avoid overwhelming airports and border control authorities, governments need to agree to replace paper-based processes with digital solutions like the IATA Travel Pass for vaccine and testing documentation, said Walsh. Almost 9 out of 10 respondents like the idea of using a mobile app to store their travel health credentials, and 87% support a secure digital system to manage health credentials. However, 75% say they will only use an app if they have full control of their vaccine test data. IATA Travel Pass enables travelers to receive, store and share their health information with governments and airlines, but they always keep control of the information on their own mobile device. Now is the time for governments to facilitate digital solutions like IATA Travel Pass to avoid chaos at airports as travel begins to return, said Walsh.